at your door again. Oh, you need to shut the fuck up too. Like, you sitting here condoning this. Your friend's a whore, and you let her be a whore. Like, it don't make no sense. She using you so she could be a slut.
Where is Diamond? Because her boyfriend is out there. He's looking for her, and I haven't seen her all motherfucking night.
Persevere, then get back at it again. I said it twice, I hope you got it. I won't say it again. Talk to him. I got a podcast for that. Wanna talk business? I got contracts for that. Hey, 99 problems, got one answer for that. God, it's gonna work out. I drop gems just for that.
What's good? Gang. Gang. It's your girl Kane. What's good, y'all? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? How you doing? How you been? It's a new story time. This story time is about friends in Atlanta. None of the names used in the story time belongs to any of these people. Their names are being changed to protect their privacy. Their names are being changed to protect the privacy of the trifling and not the innocent. So yo, my friend been asking me to do this story time for months, okay? Probably since like May. I decided to go ahead and start this story time. She even told me what name to give her, so we're gonna call her Diamond, okay? So this story time obviously takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, when I was living in Atlanta. And I had met Diamond when I was working at Follies. No, I was not dancing at Follies. I was selling my exotic dancewear at Follies through just an old guy that was at the club, and he was selling outfits too, okay? So this is how I met Diamond. One day, she comes up to me in the locker room and she's like,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm like, hey, what's up?
Oh, you're new here. I've never seen you before.
So I'm like, yeah, let's give this guy a name. Let's just call him Joseph. So I'm just like, yeah, Joseph let me come into the club tonight to sell my own stuff. So y'all, I used to drop clothes off to Joseph to let him sell my exotic dancewear to the girls at the club. And I would be at a different club or I would just be home. This was like the agreement that we had. So let me just give y'all a backstory on how I met Joseph. I was posting my clothes on Instagram, y'all, okay? When I first started doing my exotic dancewear, I would get random different people to send me messages like, hey, you know, I seen your post with this outfit. How much is this? Do you do wholesale? This, that, and the third. Joseph was one of the persons that sent me a message on Instagram and was like, are you located in Atlanta? And I was like, yeah. So he was like, I'm in DeKalb County. Is there any way that we can link up so I can see what you have? So I'm like, everything that I have is on the page. It's on the page. I still have it because I was just starting out. I didn't really have anybody buying like that, y'all, once in a while. But I'm such a go-getter and determined. I just kept on, you know, creating stuff, sewing, and y'all know, just putting it for display for sale. I ended up meeting up with Joseph. We did like a little exchange. I'm gonna do a story time on that too, y'all. But we did the little, you know, transaction for him to buy my clothes. The first transaction went horrible. It wasn't what I expected. But he ended up turning into a loyal buyer. So that's how I ended up getting Joseph to sell my things at the club. So back to the story. Working at this club one night, Follies, this girl, she came up to me. So she's looking at the clothes on the rack and she's like,
This is cute. That's cute. Can I try it on?
and I was like, no, you can't try anything on. Everything is literally like one size unless it's like the one pieces. The one pieces, I would make them like maybe smalls and mediums. Sometime I would have larges, you know. So she's like,
All right, well, I'm going to take this two-piece and just, so be it.
so she buys the outfit. As time went on, y'all, she became a loyal customer. She continued to buy things from me, custom designs and things like that. So she asked me for my information, we exchanged numbers, and we ended up becoming friends alongside me designing her clothes. So y'all, not to bash, you know, exotic dances or anything, but some of them have other things going on besides exotic dancing. Diamond was one of them, okay? Diamond had no children. She didn't have any children at all, which was good. I was older than Diamond by 2 years, but she was taller than me. All of my friends was taller than me. It's crazy. So y'all, Diamond had met this guy at the club, and they started to date, go on dates and things like that, and eventually they got into a relationship. One night I'm at Follies and I'm sitting at the bar. She comes up to me and she's like,
I met this guy here. Like he's a baller. Like he's a serious baller. He's African. I don't know if he's an African prince, but you know, you see the African gang that's on the African crew.
so I'm just looking. I'm like, yeah, I see them. She's like,
Yeah. I'm really trying to see how to figure this out because he wants me to leave and go with him. Like he want me to go with him straight from the club, but my new boyfriend, he be picking me up from work.
we're gonna give her boyfriend a name. She didn't give me a name to give him, so we just gonna call her new boyfriend Malik. So she's like, yeah.
Malik usually picks me up, when I get off work. So I'm trying to figure out how can I leave from here and go be with him.
So I'm just like why would you even get into a relationship with Malik if you still want to play around and stuff? Like, it's not making any sense. So she's
like, no, it's not even that. Like, I'm not trying to play around. It's like the African Uyghur. He got bread. He got mad money. He got money.
like, this is all she just kept saying. So I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. You asking the wrong person because I don't do things like that, so I don't know. So y'all, towards the end of the shift, or the end of the night, I'm gonna say, it's probably like 1, 2 in the morning, and I'm getting ready to leave. She decided she's gonna just go home, but she's gonna meet up with this African prince the following day. So I'm like, oh, all right, well, that works out. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be sitting here struggling trying to figure out how you're gonna get out the club with this guy, and you got your other guy coming to pick you up. Cheating takes a lot of time and mapping out and blueprints. I don't have time for it personally. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward. It's now a couple of days after that night, y'all. I didn't go to the club. I had Joseph selling my stuff for me. Joseph called me and was like, hey, Miss Kane, how you doing? I'm like, hey, Joseph, what's going on? Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, what do you want? What prices do you want on this stuff? The house mom had the bag. I'm looking through the bag. What prices do you want on the stuff? I'm trying to explain to him what prices to put on these clothes, y'all, okay? We got one pieces. We got fishnet suits. We got, the triangle bikinis. We got the invisible bikinis. I had different things up in there, cages and all that. I was very well known for the cage outfits too, okay? I'm telling him what prices to put. And he's just acting all crazy, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. Well, I know what the cages are, but I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. I'm like, all right, can you FaceTime me so I can show you? So he FaceTimed me. So I'm telling him the prices, y'all, of what to put on each of these outfits. So finally he says he got it. I hangs up from him. I sends Diamond a text and I'm like, hey, are you going to be at the club tonight? Because I just need to make sure that Joseph has got my rack correctly and he don't got it fucked up any type of way. So Diamond texts back and was like, yeah, she's going in. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she says, I'll check the rack out and make sure it's good and let you know. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, good. I don't have to worry because Diamond's my homegirl. I know she's going to look out and make sure. So now, y'all, the night has went on. It's probably like 12, 1 in the morning. Diamond texts my phone and says, hey, are you woke? I instantly, because I have anxiety really bad, y'all. When I seen Diamond text, hey, are you woke? The first thing that popped in my head was like, okay, this motherfucker done messed up something. Joseph messed up something on his rack. Because remember, I told you I had Diamond to make sure that my rack was right. So I sent a text and was like, yeah, I'm woke. Is everything good? So right after that, it's a knock on my door, y'all. So I'm like, now at this time, I'm home alone. So I get up and I go to the door. And I look through the peephole and it's Diamond. So I open up the door and I'm like, what happened? Like, you left the club early? Because Follies doesn't close until like 3, 4 in the morning, sometime 5, depending. So she's like,
oh girl, I didn't even go.
I'm like, what do you mean you didn't go? I thought you said you was going because you need to make sure Joseph has my stuff hung up on this rack correctly in the prices, because this wigger acting like he don't know what I'm saying over the phone. She like,
oh no. Don't worry, he'll get it right. The house mother will make sure. You should have told the house mother.
So I'm like, what's going on? I thought you was going to the club.
I know. I decided I'm not gonna go. I'm just, I'm gonna meet up with this African wigger, but I need a favor.
So I'm like, what's the favor? What? It's like 1 in the morning, okay? Like, what favor do you need from me at 1 a.m.? So y'all, apartment building that I was staying in, we had guests and then we had parking space for us. At this particular time, y'all, I didn't have a car anymore. My car was gone. So she's like,
oh, I just want to know if I could park my car downstairs, and you can just make sure that my car doesn't get towed or anything like that.
So I'm like, how am I gonna make sure your car doesn't get towed and I'm upstairs asleep? Like, that means I'm gonna have to sit and watch your car, and I'm not doing that because I don't even have a car to watch. So I'm just like, what's going on?
Like I told you, I'm meeting up with this African dude. They going out to some club, down in Buckhead. They bought the whole place out. Like, they got a big ass section. Like, I needs to go. He invited me. He's taking me. He's treating me. I'm going.
I'm like, all right, so go.
No, because I'm supposed to be at the club. I need to just park my car here. I can just come get it in the morning.
I'm like, all right, this is not making sense to me. If you're supposed to be at the club and your boyfriend goes to the club, your boyfriend Malik goes to the club, you telling me he's not going to see your car is not there? So she's like,
no, this is the thing. So, me and my cousin.
Her cousin had worked at Follies too, y'all. So she's like,
so me and my cousin, we worked there in Follies together. I drive her house and we drive to the club in her car.
So I'm like, okay, so Malik doesn't know where your cousin stays. She's like, no. I'm like, okay, so I see your plot. So I was like, all right, fine. So y'all, I gives her my parking pass. I had the leasing office gave me like a parking pass, but I didn't have a car, but they still gave it to me. So I gives her the parking pass. I'm like, park in this parking space, put this pass in the car, and just go ahead. So she did just that. By the morning time when I get up and I'm leaving out to go get into my Uber, her car is gone. I don't see it. So I'm like, all right, she came and got it. Now y'all, Diamond was doing this every other night. Every other night she was coming to my house to park her car. And this was the nights that I wasn't at the club. So now, it's one particular night, I went to Onyx because I was selling things at Onyx. And then I took my Uber up to Follies. So I'm at Follies and Diamond texts my phone, are you home? I'm like, no, I'm at Follies. She's like, damn. So I'm like, wow, what happened? She's like, I'm trying to park here at your complex or whatever. I'm just trying to make sure that you are home. So I'm like, go ahead and park there. Like, as long as you got the parking pass, you're good. Because that's what they look for at night. They have people that walk around looking in your cars at night to see if the parking pass is in there. So go ahead, park in there. So she's like, all right, cool. Now, I knew what her boyfriend Malik looked like. Maybe like 2 a.m., I see Malik walking into this club with 2 other guys. So Malik is like, he's looking around. He's scanning this club from top to bottom, looking for Diamond. So I sent Diamond a text because I'm sitting in the back. Okay, so if anybody's ever been to Follies, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So you have a stage on this side, okay? So when you walk in the door, there's a stage over here, stages over there. There's also one here. And then there's like the bar. The bar is in the middle of the club, okay? And then there's like both sides where the girls can go on either side to get to the room. And the kitchen is also back there. But there's like steps you can go up and you can literally sit or stand up there and you can see the whole outer part of this club. So I'm sitting on this side And I'm sitting on this stool, and that's how I see Malik. So I send her a text like, yo, Malik is at this motherfucking club. So she texts back and was like, what? I'm like, yes, Malik is here. So Malik goes up to the other side of the door, y'all. The other side of the locker room door. And he's at this locker room door, and he's, whatever girls was coming out, like he's talking to them, like asking them something. So I'm just, I'm looking, because now I'm standing at the entrance of the door and I'm looking. So it kind of looks like he's flirting with them, and then again, it kind of looked like he's not. So he goes to the bathroom. There was another girl that had worked there that I was kind of close with. She's like,
where is Diamond? Because her boyfriend is out there. He's looking for her. And I haven't seen her all motherfucking night.
So I'm like, there's a lot going on with that. Like, and I'm trying to stay out of it. So this time, y'all, I'm calling Diamond's phone, and she can't even hear what I'm saying because wherever she is, there's so much noise. So I'm like, you need to get to this club now, because this man is asking people for you, okay? And I don't know what the girls are saying to him. So by the time I hung up from her, y'all, he had made it down to the other side of the entrance to the locker rooms. So he comes up. It's me and another dancer that's standing there at the door. He comes up to the door and he's like,
hey, how y'all doing?
So we like, hey, how you doing? The music's loud, so he's yelling. So he's like,
Y'all seen Diamond? Y'all know Diamond?
So the other dancer was like,
oh, I'm from out of town, so I really don't know who that is.
So Malik says to me,
You see my girl Diamond?
I'm like, I think she's in the back getting her makeup done. Like her eyelashes and stuff. She gonna be a while though. He's like,
oh, alright. Well, let her know I'm out here.
I'm like, alright. So I goes back to the phone, y'all. I sent her another text. Like, yo, he just came up to me and asked me, do I know where you at? So she sends a text back and puts OMG, y'all, in caps. So I'm like, I just told him that you was getting your makeup done or your eyelashes. So wherever the fuck you at, you need to get here quick. Like ASAP, like yesterday. She's like, all right, I'm on my way now. So I want to say Diamond did come to the club, but she probably got there maybe 45 minutes after Malik was at the door asking for her. Because Malik comes back to the door and he's like,
she can't possibly be still getting her makeup done.
So I'm like, yeah, it's a long ass line back here. He's like,
can I come back there? Like if she tell them that it's me?
So I'm like, no, it's nobody allowed back here.
God.
So he goes, and this time he has a table sitting directly by that door where I'm at, y'all. So finally, Diamond sends a text and says, I'm here. So I turn around and I go to the back. She's coming in through the back door. A lot of the girls will come through the back door of this club, y'all. So she comes through to the back and she's like,
oh my God, this is such a close call. And my car is at your house.
I'm like, all right, well, you would just have to come get the car in the morning like you've been doing. I had to end up giving her an outfit because she didn't have her stuff with her, okay? They have lockers and stuff in the back, but they don't leave their stuff in these lockers. So yeah, I had to end up giving her this outfit. Another dancer did her makeup and all of that. So she comes out and Malik is just looking at her and they're like kind of arguing, okay? They're like arguing a little bit. So I walk over there and I'm like, oh, here she go. Like, just playing it off. Oh, here she go. So he's like,
yeah, she just walked up to me. And she smelled like a bunch of fucking liquor too. Like, what the fuck? You just coming on the floor and you smell like liquor?
So Diamond was like,
what do you mean? Like, I just got me some shots. They bring shots to the back because it's one of the girls' birthday. Like, chill the fuck out.
So I just walked away, y'all. So the whole night, she's just walking around. She's doing her little dances or whatever. She had to be squeezed into the set because she had called out or whatever. So now she's there. So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward. The next day, Diamond shows up to my house, but it was later in the day, okay? She shows up and she's like,
thank you so much. Like, I don't mean to put you in the middle of things. I'm so sorry. Like, this is crazy. I didn't expect him to come to the club. Like, oh my God, this is crazy.
So I'm just like, you really need to figure out what you're gonna do. Like, seriously, because you're gonna end up getting somebody hurt, if not yourself. Like, you really need to chill the fuck out. Like, you run behind these African wiggers because they got all this money, or they princes, or whatever they telling you. You're gonna get somebody hurt. So you need to really chill out. So she got her car and she leaves. The following night, y'all, I'm in bed. This time I didn't go to the club. I wasn't feeling well. So I'm in bed. So it's a knock on my door. So I'm just like, I look at my phone and it's like after 12. Probably like 12:30, 12:45 in the morning. So I get up and I go to the door. Looks through the peephole and it's Diamond. So I'm like, yo, I love you, Diamond. Because me and Diamond still friends. But she was bugging the fuck out. So I'm just like, yo, like, what the fuck? So I open up the door. I'm like, what is it now? Like, what's going on? I gave you the parking pass. She's like,
No, I need to talk to you.
So she comes in and she's like,
He wants to take me out of town. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
So I'm like, who wants to take you out of town? Let's give this African guy a name. Let's call him Fulani. Let's call him Fulani, okay? I don't know if that's an African name, but hey, alright. So she's like,
Fulani wants to take me out of town. He wants to take me over here. He want to take me over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my passport, so I want to go. Like, that's my dream. My dream is to go out of town.
so I'm just like, okay, you're telling me this because what? What exactly do you want me to do for you? What lie do you want me to tell? Because you almost got caught up real bad at the club the other night. I don't understand. Like, that would have been it for me, y'all.
No, I really just probably need to just leave my car here. That's it. I'm gonna leave my car here, and I'm gonna be with him. Like, we coming back on Sunday.
So I'm like, so you're gonna leave now, or?
We're gonna leave tomorrow, maybe like 6, 7 in the morning, and we'll be back on Sunday, or maybe Monday the latest.
I'm like, all right, as long as you can pull it off, okay? Because when you get caught up, I'm not involved in any of this. I don't want nothing to do with this.
No, I will not drag you into it. I promise I won't drag you into it.
I'm like, all right, cool. So, y'all, the days have went by, okay? I'm watching her on Snapchat. She's got all these stories up on Snapchat, all these videos. Like, they're in water, they're parasailing, they doing all this stuff. Okay, they at the bar, they at the club, they popping bottles. She's showing like lobster dinners and like lavishly living with this African dude. So one day, y'all, I had went out, okay? I had went out with another friend and we at South DeKalb Mall. I love to shop at South DeKalb Mall, okay? They be having the deals. And it was like this boutique in there that I was obsessed with. It's actually 2 of them. So I'm at the mall with one of my homegirls. And my neighbor that had lived downstairs in this building, I was really, really cool with her. And she had called my phone. So she's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, what's going on? Now I found it weird that she called me too, y'all, because she never would ring my phone like that. Our interaction, like I would see her outside. I would sit outside with her, or I would go to her house, sit and talk to her, you know. So I'm just like, this is strange. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? It's this guy, like this really tall guy, brown skin. He's banging on your door, like banging, like banging. So I asked him what was the problem? Is everything all right? And he basically told me to mind my motherfucking business. So I'm like, a tall brown skin guy? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, does he have braids or something? Or because at this time, y'all, this is around the time when me and Judo had first started dating or whatever. And Judo had a lot of hair. So I would braid his hair for him. So she was like, no, he didn't have no braids. So I'm like, huh. Okay, I don't know who that is. Maybe they looking for the people that used to live there. I don't know. So she was like, well, I tried to get a picture of him, so I'm going to send you the picture. I'm like, all right, do that. So she sends me the picture. It's kind of blurry, so I still can't make out who this person is in the picture, y'all. So I'm telling my other homegirl, I'm like, yeah, the neighbor just called and was like, it's a guy that was banging on my door. Like, banging aggressively. So she's like,
damn, like, maybe you should tell her to call the police.
So I'm like, it ain't that serious, because the people that used to live in my apartment, you know, they was kind of out of control and they had a lot of stuff going on. So I'm guessing maybe that was the situation. I don't know, you know. So, because people used to always knock on that door looking for the girl that used to live there, and I would tell them that she don't live there no more. So I'm like, maybe that's what's going on. So I'm still at the mall, you know, just vibing or whatever. The neighbor calls back again. This is like 2 hours later, y'all. She's like, yeah, this guy came back and he's banging on the door. So I'm like, can you see what car he's driving? She's like, yeah, he's driving a red Challenger. I'm like, a red Challenger? I don't know anybody that drives a Challenger at all. Like, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll see him when I get back, because I'm getting ready to, you know, make my way home. She's like, all right, because if he don't leave, I'm going to call 911. I'm like, all right, cool. Same thing my friend said. So, y'all, my friend is bringing me home. So she like,
You know, I could call my brother and my cousin, you know, because they don't play that They really don't play that. I call them and have them meet me up there at the house.
So I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like, I promise you it's cool, because I don't know what's going on. So, y'all, when I get to my building, the car's gone. So I get out, me and my friend, we get out, and my neighbor's sitting outside. She's on her grill grilling. She's like,
Yeah, girl, that motherfucker just left. And he got a mouth on him and an attitude out of this world.
So I'm like, did he say who he was looking for? Like, he didn't ask, or?
No, the motherfucker told me to mind my business. So that's exactly what I did. But I made sure I had 911 dialed on a dial pad, just in case.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who that is. But I really appreciate you looking out and calling and letting me know. So, y'all, and y'all probably wondering too, the building that I lived in, y'all know how the buildings look in Atlanta. I was on the 3rd level, okay, which is weird. But I was on the 3rd level. When you walk up to this building, it's my neighbor's door. We're going to call my neighbor Apple. Her door was right on the bottom, right there. And then there was like a flight of stairs. You go up the stairs, and my door is at the very end. Then there's like another floor, which is labeled floor number 1. But you can only get to it when you have to go down the stairs. You have to go into the building and go down. So that was level 1. Apple lived on level 2, and I lived on level 3. This is how the building was set up. But a normal brain would see it and they think Apple's the first floor and I'm the second. So yeah. And he was banging that hard, and that's how Apple seen everything going on. So y'all, that whole entire rest of that day, I'm just sitting on my couch, like I'm laying on my couch, and I'm like, damn, like, I really wonder who was that knocking on my door like that, like, and then got aggressive with Apple, like, that's wild. So, and then like the description, that's the first thing I asked her, what was the skin complexion, you know? So she said brown skin, like the person was my complexion. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is. So y'all, it's probably like Monday at like 3-4 a.m. I'm in my bed sleep, and my phone is ringing. And matter of fact, my phone had been ringing for a minute, and I didn't hear it because sometimes, y'all, I would be like dead tired, and I won't hear nothing. This was one of those nights. The phone happened to fall off the nightstand. I guess it was vibrating until it just fell off the nightstand. So I hears the phone hit the floor. Boom. I gets up, and I'm looking like what was that? And I turned the lamp on. I look on the nightstand. I noticed that the phone had fell in between the bed and the nightstand. So I get to the phone, and the phone starts ringing in my hand. It's Diamond. So I'm like, damn. I forgot that Diamond had left to go and that her car was parked out there. So the first thing that came to my mind is waking up out of my sleep. She wants to park her car there. So the phone is ringing. I'm like, hello? She's like, hey girl, are you asleep? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh damn, okay, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and get in my car and just leave because I was getting ready to knock on your door. So I'm like, you outside now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll come to the door. So y'all, I goes to the door. I look through the peephole, and I have like a little porch. I call it porch light, but every apartment had these lights at their door. You can turn the light switch on and off at the door. I turns that on so I could see. So I'm like, damn, okay, she didn't get to the door yet. So I'm just waiting. Look again. So I'm like, what the fuck? So y'all, as soon as I was going to get my phone off the coffee table, I hear Diamond screaming. So I'm like, I run to the door. Diamond's like, get out my face, leave me alone. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I hear running up the stairs. So y'all, I go and I grab Sylvia. Y'all know who Sylvia is. I go and I get Sylvia, and me and Sylvia go back to the door. I'm telling Sylvia, something is going on with my friend. We gotta make sure she good. You know what I'm saying? So Sylvia like, take my leather jacket off and let's get to work. So I go to the door with Sylvia, y'all. And I unlocks the door and I ease the door open. And Diamond is running. Okay, she's coming up these stairs running. Let me in. So she come to the door and she runs in, and I go to close the door and I lock it. And it's banging on my door.
Open the door, Diamond. Open the fucking door. Open the door, bitch. You think you fucking slick?
So I'm like, it's Malik.
Oh, you fucking somebody in here? You telling me your friends stay here? There's a wig in there.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Y'all, this man had put a tracker on Diamond's car. And he was seeing that Diamond was driving this car to my house and leaving it there. And he would come to this club and he wouldn't see Diamond there. Okay? So that night when he came to the club and Diamond wasn't there, and then I told him you need to get to the club, he had the tracker on the car then. So I'm just like, so she's hyperventilating. She's sitting on the couch. I'm like, okay, what is going on? What's going on? Because you got this man banging on my door at 4 a.m. The neighbor's gonna call the cops. So as soon as I said it to her, Apple is calling my phone. So I answers on like the second ring. I'm like, hey Apple. She's like, that motherfucker's at your door again. He's at your door again. So I said, yeah, I know, I'm here. You want me to call the police? I'm like, nah, give me like 10 minutes and then you go call. All right. So she hang up. So I'm like, Diamond, what's going on?
He was tracking the car. He was tracking my phone. So he must have put 2 and 2 together, because the phone track, the car tracker is saying that I'm here in Atlanta, and my phone's saying that I'm somewhere else.
So I'm like, okay, so what time did you fly back in?
We had to come back. Something happened with his daughter. So it was an emergency. It's just crazy.
I'm like, okay. So now what? Because this man is at my door going crazy. And this door is kind of frail. It's been kicked down already. So now what? Okay, like now what? So she's like,
God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, he's going to fuck me up. Like, he's going to fuck me up bad.
So I'm just like, just wait till he leaves. Like, first of all, what, like, I'm lost. Well, tell me what happened. Like, step by step, what happened. So she starts telling me.
Now, I had been calling you from the time that I had, I got into Atlanta. You wasn't answering the phone, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to her house. So I get an Uber because, Fulani wanted to drive me to your house. I told him no. So I took the Uber. I get out the Uber, and this motherfucker come running down that hill. You know that grassy hill right there? He come running down that hill. After I text you and told you that I'm here, like, you woke. And he just tried to grab me up, but I ran in here.
So I'm like, so this wigger was outside. He was outside waiting. So y'all, Malik was still outside my door, banging on the door. Okay, and then he started kicking. And I'm like, listen, this door will come down. It came down already. Alright, it will come down. It's weak. So she's like, stop kicking on the door. Stop kicking on the door, Malik. Stop kicking on the door. And she's yelling at the door, Malik, like,
open the fucking door. Open the fucking door. Open the door.
So I'm just like, yo, I don't need this stuff going on here. Okay, I don't need this going on here because I can get thrown out. And that's not even my wigger. None of this situation is my business. This has nothing to do with me. So y'all, maybe like after an hour, because after he had stopped banging on the door, but he was still outside cursing her out, calling her all kinds of names. When now it's sun up, I actually sat on my couch. We both sat there and I fell asleep. She fell asleep. So now when I wake up, it's like 8, 9 in the morning. Apple had been calling my phone and everything. So I called Apple. Apple was like, y'all good up there? Or y'all good upstairs? I'm like, yeah, we good. So she like, yeah, that motherfucker, he fucked up her, I think that's your friend call. He messed her call up. So she's like, what? Y'all, we goes outside. This man had broke out all the windows in Diamond car. All the windows. Windshield, front windshield, back windshield, all the windows. He kicked the grill in. He flattened her tires. He had fucked up this car. And he had poured bleach on the leather seats because she had leather seats in the car. Like, he tore this car up. So she's standing there. She's jumping up and down crying. And she's hyperventilating again. So I'm like, just calm down. So out of nowhere, Malik pulls up. He pulls up and he's like,
that's what you get. That's what you get, you lying, stinking slut. That's what you get. That's what you get. You thought I was gonna find out. You thought I wasn't gonna find out.
So I'm just like, I'm standing on the steps, on the bottom steps, and I'm like, y'all, this man grabs this girl by her hair, her wig, and he's pulling on the wig, like, and they're scrapping. So she's biting on him, scratching him. They out there scrapping. So Apple was like, I'm calling 911. And Malik was like,
you either mind your business, you fat ugly bitch. Mind your business, Dozy. Mind your fucking business.
So I'm just like, Apple, call 911. So Apple calls the police, y'all. Apple calls the police, and Clayton County Police pull up, okay? And it came quick. I was shocked. They pulled up, and Malik was trying to get back into his Challenger, but he didn't get in time enough. Okay, so the cops came, and they're like,
what's going on?
Their eyes went straight on Diamond car. So Diamond is like, this motherfucker tore my car. He destroyed my car. He did it.
No, I didn't. I ain't do that. Why would I do that?
So the cop is like,
can I see your ID? Can I see your ID, sir? Ma'am, can I see your ID?
Like, the cop is asking everybody for their ID. So I'm like, my ID upstairs, I live upstairs. So the cop is like,
you can go upstairs and get it and come right back.
So I go upstairs, y'all. I get my wallet. And when I open up the door, there's a cop standing by my door. So he's asking me what happened. So I start explaining everything that I know and everything that Diamond had told me. So I gave him my ID, and he's like,
just stay right here. Stay at the top level.
So I'm standing there at the top. He take my ID. He walked downstairs. and everybody's got, they gave their IDs to the cop except Malik. Malik is giving the cop a hard time.
I don't have to give you my ID. Like, I didn't even do anything. I'm visiting. I'm here visiting somebody. That's what I'm doing. I'm visiting. And she trying to blame me for messing up her car. I don't even know her.
So Diamond was like,
You a liar, Malik. You a fucking liar. You a liar, Malik. You a liar.
she kept calling him Malik. So y'all, they ran his tags, y'all, and seen that the name Malik was his name, or Malik for the story time. So the cop was like,
I thought you said you don't know her. I don't know her. So she's calling you by your name. And that's the name we got from the tags. Let me see your ID. Unless this car is stolen.
so finally he pulls out his license and he gives it to the cops. And they run his license. And he's got like 2 unpaid tickets. He had a lot going on, y'all. So they arrested him for vandalism and for assault. So I'm like, okay, you should be able to be with the African Prince Fulani now. This is what I'm thinking, but it wasn't done, y'all. It was not done. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. It's like a whole 3 weeks have went by. Diamond said she wasn't hearing from Malik no more. Malik wasn't calling. He wasn't coming to the house. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe he's still locked up, or, you know, he said, fuck it, he's not fucking with you no more. Stay with the African dude. She ends up meeting somebody else, but she was still talking to the African dude. So I'm just like, okay, so this is what you want. You want to have 2 wiggers. You want to be driven crazy. You like sneaking around, all this craziness. I'm seeing that. That's what you like doing.
No, that's not it. Like, I'm weighing my options out. I'm just trying to see.
I'm like, all right, you're going to see yourself to either the ER or somebody's morgue. Like, these wiggers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really need to chill. So, y'all, she's still talking to the African dude, right? So, in my mind, and probably in your mind too, y'all thinking, all right, so Malik is locked up, and now she can just be with the African guy because that's what she wanted. No. It's now a month, or maybe a month and a half. This girl, Diamond, and you got on my nerve with this Diamond, she goes back and starts messing with Malik again. She starts messing with Malik again, y'all. So she starts back doing the same thing. The same motherfucking pattern. Different car though. Okay? She had a different car this time. So one night she hits me up. She wanted me to do her hair. I did her hair for her. I braid her hair for her or whatever. And she's like,
Do you mind if I leave my car here? Because where I'm going, I can't take my car. I'm going to pick it up. I ain't going to be long. It's literally going to be like an hour or 2.
I'm like, all right. And the plot twist to this too, y'all. She had let Malik move into her house. Something had happened when Malik got locked up, and he had lost his employment, and he had lost where he was staying at. So he ended up moving in with her. So I'm like, all right, not a problem. But if somebody jump out the car on you, I'm not helping you this time.
No, I promise you, it's not nothing like that.
Y'all, here it is once again. Wee hours in the morning. I had fell asleep. I had totally forgot that Diamond's car was outside. Diamond's calling my phone. So this time I had seen it. I heard it. So I'm like, hello? She's like, please tell me you woke. Please tell me you woke. I'm like, I'm woke now because you calling me.
All right, can you let me in? I'm at your door.
Y'all, I gets out of my bed and I walks to the door. I unlocks the door so Diamond can come in. Before Diamond can step through the threshold, this man, Malik, runs up these... Okay, so I had another set of stairs by my door, y'all. Okay? I don't know if this man was hunched down on the side or I don't know. He came off the side, like he spent around and flew up them 5 steps and jumped on this girl. So I'm like, yo. So she's screaming, stop. They rolling around all over this plank. That's what I call it because it's like, like the wood, like wooded Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're rolling around all over this. So I'm like, stop. What the fuck are y'all doing? Stop. Damn. Like, y'all gonna get me thrown the fuck out. So he's like,
oh, you need to shut the fuck up too. Like, you sitting here condoning this. Your friend's a whore, and you let her be a whore. Like, it don't make no sense. She using you so she could be a slut.
So I'm like, buddy, I don't have shit to do with I don't have nothing to do with this. I really don't. Alright? I didn't know that she was back to the shenanigans. I had no idea, yo. I really didn't know. So he's like,
man, fuck that. I ain't trying to hear that. Just watch. It's on now. It's on.
So he goes down the regular stairs, and she's just laying there on the floor. Glasses broken because she had wore glasses. Weave fucked up. So I'm like, yo, really, Diamond? Really? She's like,
Oh my God, he must have put another tracker.
Yo. At some point, I had stopped hanging around Diamond. Diamond had kept calling, like, she wanted to leave the car at my house. I'm like, no. Because it was another time where she had did that, and this man caught her parking the car and leaving to get into Fulani's car. Fulani drove off and left her standing there while Malik was trying to wash her up. So I come downstairs, and Malik is trying to wash me and Apple up now. So yeah, y'all. I had to, at some point, I told Diamond, you know, we gotta cut it short. I had to cut that short until she got her act together. So, at this moment, Diamond has 3 children, okay? And she is married. So, she wanted me to tell that story time, y'all. So, yeah. That's the end of the story time. That is the end of the story time. If you like this story time, give this video a thumbs up and leave some comments. Okay? If you didn't like this story time, the same rules apply. I don't give a damn. Hit that like button and get the fuck out of here. So, I want to give a shout out to the KKG, to my set, to my real rights, to my originals. I love y'all genuinely. For real, for real. I appreciate all the love that y'all gave me in the last video. I appreciate all the love that y'all been giving me, period, since day one. Can't nobody stop the rain. Y'all know what I mean by that. So, we gonna keep this train going. I got lots and lots of other stories to tell, and I can't wait. So, wherever you at in this crazy ass world, because this world is crazy, y'all see that. Y'all see it vividly. Look to the motherfucker in front of you, and look to the motherfucker behind you and tell him, don't forget. They're gonna say, don't forget what? What are you turning around telling me that for? Just say, listen, don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell your aunts, to tell your uncles, tell your cousins, tell your mama, your father, your sister, your brother, the birds, the cats, the dogs, whatever, that Mrs. Kane is on the motherfucking tube. Peace, and I love y'all.
Wanna talk business? I got contracts for that. Hey, 99 problems, got one answer for that. God, it's gonna work out. I drop gems just for